A woman and two of her male accomplices stood in front of a South African judge. They have been accused of the most heinous crimes, with eager witnesses coughing up detailed testimonials of how Kelly Smith orchestrated the kidnapping and trafficking of her own daughter Jocelyn Smith. A young South African girl who disappeared last year aged 6 was allegedly sought by a traditional healer for her eyes and fair complexion, a court has heard. Ms. Smith, her boyfriend Jacqueline and their friend Stevino Van Ryn have pleaded not guilty to charges of human trafficking and kidnapping.
Now, it's the second week of the Jocelyn Smith trial, which is riddled with disturbing revelations and emotional testimonies, as the court delved deeper into the disappearance of the little girl from her Middelport home on the 19th of February last year. Now, the child's mother, Kelly Smith, took central stage this week as the Western Cape High Court heard that the plan to sell her child or her children for 20,000 rand was concocted in August of 2023. Smith, together with her boyfriend, Jacqueline and their friend Stevino Van Ryn, face human trafficking as well as kidnapping charges. Our very own Nasi Pisame filed this report.
Day 6 of the Jocelyn Smith trial saw an emotionally charged moment in the Western Cape High Court as Kelly Smith, the mother of the missing 6-year-old girl, wept openly in the accused box. The emotional testimony of Carlin Zegers, Kelly's former employer, painted a complex picture of Kelly's life. Carlin spoke about Kelly's love for her children and how, despite her struggles, she remained a devoted mother. Zegers' testimony proved too much for Kelly, prompting the court to adjourn briefly to allow her time to compose herself.
Prosecutors later accused her of having sold, delivered, or exchanged the 6-year-old and lied about her disappearance. The trial, which is now in its third week, is being held at a community center in Saldanha. During the first week of the trial, the court heard details about the day Jocelyn went missing, including that Ms. Smith only alerted the police more than 6 hours after she had first noticed that the young girl had disappeared. The court also heard that she appeared calm during the frantic search and seemed more concerned about her boyfriend's whereabouts than the missing child. More shocking claims emerged in the second week. A local pastor said that as far back as 2023, he had heard Ms. Smith, a mother of 3, talk of selling her children for 20,000 rand, equal to $1,100, or £850 each, though she had said she was willing to accept a lower figure of $275. Jocelyn's teacher then alleged in court that Ms. Smith had told her during the search that her daughter was already on a ship, inside a container, and they were on the way to West Africa. These revelations paled in comparison to the explosive details made by Laurentia Lombard, a friend and neighbor of Ms. Smith, who turned state witness. She took the stand last Thursday and, over 3 days, detailed the events in the lead-up to Jocelyn's disappearance that involved a traditional healer, known in South Africa as a sangoma. Ms. Lombard alleged that her friend confessed to her, "I did something silly. I sold my child to a sangoma," adding that she had been driven by a desperate need for money. Jocelyn's mother promised those who knew of the plan some money in return for their silence, Ms. Lombard said. She told the court that she later witnessed Ms. Smith pack some clothes for Jocelyn into a black bag, which she then saw her carry as the two walked to meet a woman Ms. Lombard believes was the sangoma. Mother and daughter got into a white car and drove away with the woman, Ms. Lombard said. Speaking on Monday, her last day on the stand, Ms. Lombard told the court that the person who, allegedly took, Jocelyn wanted her for her eyes and skin. It was not made clear in court why a sangoma would want a child like this. A woman believed to be a traditional healer was initially arrested and charged alongside Ms. Smith and her co-accused last year, but the charges against her were eventually dropped because of a lack of evidence. Sangomas are legally recognized in South Africa under the Traditional Health Practitioners Act of 2007, alongside herbalists, traditional birth attendants and traditional surgeons. It is believed that ancestral spirits are able to provide advice and healing through these culturally respected practitioners. Some charlatans are involved in unscrupulous traditional so-called cures, and have been known to sell good luck charms that involve body parts. Ms. Lombard expressed sorrow over her role in Jocelyn's disappearance, saying that she had no idea of the fate that awaited little Jocelyn following her disappearance. Though the jury thought her moral compass was questionable, they still recognized that her testimony was critical to unraveling the mystery of this innocent little girl's last moments. For more updates and groundbreaking stories, please subscribe.